Hi, I'm from UK Fountain Pens to show you this, the Namiki Golden Pheasant, I believe it's called. I'm not really qualified to review this pen, I'll say that up front. And that's because I am not a Maki expert. I can look at this pen underneath a loupe, or in this case try to zoom in my iPhone so you can see the detail a bit better. There is a beautifully well executed as you can see, pair of birds fighting or mating or whatever they might be doing, with artist signature surrounded by petals or hearts or feathers or whatever they might be. The colour scheme is understated, as Maki goes, gold and white on a base of black. The birds are well executed. You can, as you'd expect, feel the raised paint. The feathers are crisp and have this texture running down them. They are beautifully and painstakingly done. You would expect that because although this is very cheap by Maki standards at about £700, it is still £700. Other than that, what you're getting here is one of the smaller models of Namiki. It has a number 10 size in pilot parlance, gold nib, which in this case is fine designation, and it's made of brass, lacquered, with black threads, and inside one of Namiki's black coloured Con 70 converters, which I hate with a burning passion. They are useless. You get a plastic feed and you get the ball-ended clip. This one of the very tiny brass gold coloured cap rings, which is familiar to me from my time with the Urushi 20. This is a small pen. If you are expecting this to be the size of a Urushi 20, you will be hit with a shock. It is the pilot number 10 nib is a bit smaller than a standard number 6, and it's quite slim in the hand. The section is not broad. If I can find my ruler. Now, at its narrowest, this is about 9.5 millimeters, heading up to about 11 at max, but it does not feel large in the hand. The nib, in my experience with these smaller pilot nibs, is the fines run quite dry and quite fine. There is a bit of softness here if you press lightly. I'm not going to risk springing such a beautiful nib, but these nibs under light pressure, as you can see under the weight of the pen, it barely writes. It really benefits you if you've got a moderately firm hand, which helps if you're right-handed. If you're pushing as a left-hander does, that can be a bit tricky. In a medium, in my experience, Namiki nibs suddenly run a lot smoother and a lot wetter. So be aware if you are investing in the fine that what you will get is a nib that needs just a little bit of coaxing to get going. That said, it's a very precise pen. If that's what you're looking for, you're not going to be getting a big gusher. So a small, very delicate and precise pen. This is exactly what we've come to expect of the fine Japanese makers, able to produce really high quality craft. This is a beautiful pen. I showed it to my daughter and she went, wow. She's an aspiring artist, and looking at the detail on this was inspirational to her. What you're getting here is a beautiful example of craft and art without having to spend £5,000 on one of the super top end, larger size, or the equivalent offers from Sailor or Danny Trio or others. So I really like this pen. I don't think it's one that I would add to my personal collection, partly because of that smaller, drier pilot number 10 size nib, partly because the overall pen is a bit too small for me. But for a first foray into hand done maki as opposed to the machine printed. This is good value as these things go, and a really beautiful pen. So this was loaned to me by Iguana Cell. I will be, after I do my written review, sending it back. They have a wide range of different designs and patterns in stock. So if this particular view of birds doesn't suit you, I'm sure you'll find something that does. So thanks for watching. Sam from UK Fountain Pens. Have a good one.